Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Wholesale Dropshipping Champions. This is Jason from Dropshipping University. In this episode, I want to talk about the 4 most important things to ask when you're on the phone or emailing a wholesale supplier. These are 4 questions that are essential to what we're trying to accomplish, which is to get these suppliers set up with us as a main distributor for our dropshipping purposes. And before I get into this though, I would like to ask you guys if you could like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. This channel has been growing very fast, and it just goes to show you that wholesale dropshipping is the way of the future with selling on Amazon, eBay, or Shopify. And anybody who tells you it's not is full of shit, and that's my opinion. We could talk about that in the Facebook group, Wholesale Dropshipping, if you guys want, but that's my opinion on this. Without further ado, I want to talk about the first most important thing to ask a supplier when trying to get a relationship with them. And that is, do you guys work with online retail companies only? Because that's what we are. We're online retail only. Some of these wholesale suppliers only work with brick and mortar stores. So right out the gate, you're going to ask them that question. Save yourself some time, and you won't have to ask question 2, 3, and 4 if they say, you know, we only work with brick and mortar companies, because we're not brick and mortar, we're online only, okay? Some of them might ask you, what is your location? Where do you ship out of? That type of thing. That's fine. You have a physical location. That would be wherever you're conducting business, wherever your registered LLC is at. You can give them that information, but you want to be as transparent as possible and say you only conduct business online on your web store or on third-party marketplaces, okay? Number 2 is, do you offer order fulfillment? So that is asking them essentially, do you guys do drop shipping? Some of these companies aren't even familiar with that term drop shipping. Most are, but some aren't, and you'll save yourself a lot of time and awkward conversation if you just ask them if they do direct order fulfillment in-house, okay? That's what we're looking for, is to have a wholesale agreement with these companies and have them take care of order fulfillment for us. And going off of that too, a side question you might want to ask them is if they have minimum order quantities. Now, if they do drop shipping, they say they do order fulfillment, most of the time they're not going to have an MOQ. They'll call it an MOQ, or minimum order quantity. Most of the time they won't have an MOQ, but in some circumstances they do. For example, I just got a wholesale agreement with this company, and I was reading the terms and conditions, and it states clearly in there that there's a $250 MOQ. Now, will I continue to use them as a supplier, or will I go ahead and use them as a supplier? Probably not, but I will have to take a look to see with their inventory, their stock sheet, to see how many products they have that are priced above $250, because those are the only ones that are realistically I'm going to be able to sell. Or we could like bundle pair more than one item that's worth under $250. So for example, if we had a product in their inventory that's worth $150 and another one that's $100, well, now we have a bundled listing that is equal to $250. So you want to ask if they have an MOQ. If they do have an MOQ, you want to find out if that makes sense for you. Okay, but most of the time these dropshipping companies, these dropshipping suppliers will not have an MOQ because it doesn't really make that much sense. Okay, number 3, what is your dropship fee? Okay, a lot of these companies do have a dropship fee, and it's not the same across the board. Each industry has different standards that they use. Each company has different standards that they use. One of the companies that I've been doing business with for about 3 years, they charge me a $2 dropship fee. When we first started doing business with them, it was a $4 dropship fee. They reduced it to a $2 dropship fee once I got to the point of buying $7,500 worth of goods from them over the course of the year. It didn't take me long because they had great products that I was selling really well. So I got that dropped down to $2, and ever since then, it's stayed at that $2. So that's something you want to ask another one of the suppliers that I work with, and this is very commonplace in the industry that I sell a lot in, is to have the markup 20% above wholesale. So if a product is $50 wholesale, well, they'll tack on another 20%, so that would be $70 as your cost because that will include the time that it takes for their employees to package the product, the cost of the boxes and all the packaging material, and just the infrastructure to have a dropship portal, the technical team behind it. So some companies are going to make you pay a dropship fee, not all of them, but some of them. And I would like to caution you guys too, if you see a company that comes back at you, or you read the terms of agreement and it says something that's outrageous. For example, I had this company last week that quoted me at a dropship fee of $20 for every order. I said that's outrageous, and I didn't go through with the wholesale application. I mean, I could have gone through with the wholesale application just to see their pricing, but I mean, $20 is outrageous. How do you stay competitive on that? And I asked them, how can I stay competitive when you're going to mandate a $20 dropship fee on all your orders? And to me, what that says is that they're kind of discouraging dropshipping. Why do they even have it available? I don't know, but it seems to be a ripoff, and I think those companies are trying to rip you off. $20 is outrageous, and anything above 20% I think is pretty outrageous. 20% is on the high side. So watch out for that stuff. Ask that question. That's the third question. The fourth question, and this is probably as important as all the other ones. I wouldn't say there's one that's more important. They're all really important, so make sure you ask these questions. Number 4 is, are we allowed to sell your products on a third-party marketplace such as Amazon, eBay, and Shopify? I like to kind of guide or direct the conversation in such a way that I say, I have an online store and we're looking to sell your products on our own e-commerce online store, Shopify. And, would you guys be okay with us selling your products also as an auxiliary or as a supplemental part of our business on eBay or Amazon? And sometimes they say it's okay, sometimes they say it's not. Every company has different policies regarding this. So you need to ask. It's really, really important that you ask and be as transparent as possible, because I've also made the mistake of not asking that and going ahead and selling the products, and that can cause some problems down the line. So those are the 4 main questions you should ask suppliers, and I would definitely say to go and call them on the phone. And if you can't get in touch with somebody on the phone, email them. But the best way to do this is calling them on the phone, asking a rep directly those 4 questions, okay? So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.